Hello and welcome to my channel, and this is the first of a new series of videos I am introducing to my channel this year, and it is my monthly bot haul roundup. So basically I'm going to go through all the Transformer related products that I have bought over the preceding months, this being the first one, January 2015. So let's get on with things, shall we? Now, I've got the list all listed down here. Bit of a slow start this month. I didn't actually buy any bots for a number of days. I did order some eBay stuff at the beginning of the month, but they didn't arrive till a bit later. But the first physical bot I actually got in my hand wasn't until Sunday the 11th of January, when I went to the first car boot sale of the year at Stoneleigh. Because Stoneleigh car boot sale runs during the winter months, unlike most other car boot sales which don't run through the winter. Stoneleigh, because it's mostly indoors, does run through the winter months on selected Sundays. Some Sundays it doesn't run because they have events on at the National Agricultural Centre where it's based. But I looked on my phone and I saw they'd got a car boot sale that I could go to that particular weekend, because normally, because I do my fortnightly working weekends up at Bury, they usually clash with car boot sales, as has been the case with a lot of the other ones they've held since then. But the first one on Sunday, January the 11th, I was able to go to, so I took 20 quid and I went along and I picked up a couple of things. And this is the first guy I picked up. Rodimus Prime, or at least part of him. He's obviously missing the Winnebago, the trailer, and he hasn't got his spoiler bit. But he was 25p, and he does form a robot. If I can remember how to do this. There you go. Flip that over, put it down. There you go, he does form a robot. He's got his spoiler missing, but really loose, rattly. Stickers are virtually worn away to nothing. But for 25p, it's a G1 Rodimus, so who am I to complain? My first car boot purchase of the year. Then I went and found another guy who I'd actually seen before. He got a big massive plastic crate full of sort of die-cast cars and plastic toys, and I'd been to the car boot sale before and I'd seen this guy had a couple of bits. Now this next thing, I'd seen this before and I hadn't bought it the previous time I saw it, but this time round again it was 25p, and I actually had this toy in hand, and then I put it back and I walked on round the next aisle of stalls. But then I decided, oh sod it, I'm going to go back and buy it. So for 25p, I bought this. Now, it's obviously some kind of a knockoff of Energon Powerlink's Optimus Prime, Fatimus Prime. Now, the transformation on this thing is ridiculous. You pull down the legs, fold around the arms, pop up the head, and there he is. He's made out of this sort of plastic that they make sort of like wheelie bins out of. So it's very, it's bulletproof. You can throw it against the wall and it won't get damaged. I've been looking all over this thing for any stamps or, marks to say that it's made by Hasbro or Takara, and I can't find any. The only thing I've got is it's got, let's see if I can get in the light, you can see it's got the Autobot symbol on the sides there, moulded in. Now the only other thing is you look inside and there's a spring-loaded catch, so something obviously slots into there, I don't know what, and it's got all these gaps in the front. So I honestly don't know what this thing is, and I think I've seen one of these at another car boot sale before last year. Is it a knockoff? Is it a real Transformer toy? Is it like they were trying to make Transformers for toddlers? Because this thing, I mean, you know, you could give this to a toddler quite happily and it'd play with it and it'd mouth it and it wouldn't bite anything off. It's got metal pins in it. The wheels are all pinned, and the screws that hold it together are those tamper-proof, like freestar ones. So I don't know whether this thing's fake or not. It could be a real thing. So if somebody knows exactly what this thing is, can you please let me know? Anyway, that was 25p as well. I bought it from the same guy I got Rodimus from. So that was the next thing. Then we come on to the next item. This was in the second hall. Stoney, there's two halls. You have what's called the cow sheds, which are these big long sheds, which are sort of dark, concrete floor. They used to have all the livestock in them during the agriculture events. I went through there, couldn't find any apart from the guy I'd seen before who was selling the boxed premium Voyager class Blackout from the original movie, of which I've got one of these. It's up on the shelf there. Bloody horrible thing. Anyway, so I went into the second hall, found those two things, and then I found this guy had a big stall set up, and I saw this. Armada Megs. Now, this particular Armada Megs should look familiar, because if you saw my toy haul video I did for when I went to the toy fair at the NEC, I saw this. It's the same toy. So if this was on the stall at the Birmingham NEC toy fair, what was it doing on this stall at Stoneleigh car boot sale? It had the same price tag on it for £8. Now, I passed on this toy at the NEC. The main reason because of this. You know, he's missing his antlers. Now, that is the defining feature of Armada Megatron, is the antlers. And he didn't have them. So that was why I passed on him. But I since regretted it. And I saw him at the Stoneleigh car boot sale. And I thought, oh, he's there, I can have him. And so I picked him up and was going to take him to the guy to pay. And he come around and says, oh, I've got another transform around there. So as well as this, he also had this on the shelf. Cybertron Scattershot. Now, he's missing his missiles, and there's supposed to be some sort of gun turret which he can stick in his arm, and he's a bit loose. But, yeah, I thought, well, it's another Transformer. I'll go for that as well. Now, he wanted... how much for this one? Well, I know this was £8, and I think this was £2. And when I mentioned to the bloke about, oh, I wanted to buy this before, but I didn't buy it because it got the bits missing. He obviously had been a Transformer collector. He's been one of these people who used to collect them as an investment. He said he had virtually all the G1 ones, but he sold them. But him and his dad used to collect Transformer toys as an investment because they knew that they were going to become collectible and become more valuable. So they deliberately collected them for that reason. And this was one of the toys that they got. But he said, well, okay, seeing as he's missing some bits, you can have him for, you can have some money off. And he said, oh, it was going to be £10 for the pair of these, but he sold me them for £6. So I've saved £4. Got this guy for, I don't know, £4 and this guy for £2. But Armada Megs, he's amazing. I mean, I'll put some batteries in him. And all his electronics work, and I mean, he's so old school. He's just a brick, basically, but the transformation on him is amazing. Come on, open. There we go. Open the cupboard. And there he goes. Oh yeah, well, I've got to turn his legs around. There we go. Armada Megs. Glorious. My first leader, Decepticon leader. My first Megatron. And he's a good one. Ah, this guy's amazing. I absolutely love him. He's clicktastic. This isn't a review, by the way. he's sort of got a swivel, legs hardly move at all. But I bought him, and it's just one of his gimmicks has just gone off. I bought him and I got him home, and I thought, got to do something about this. So I got busy and I made these. I made him some new antlers out, some plastic card and paint. I've got these right the way around. You know. So they're a bit crude. They're not as good as the originals, obviously. But there you go. You know, Armada Megs has got some antlers. I have took some pictures of me, you know, manufacturing these things from scratch. So if you're interested, I might, you know, only if somebody asks for it specifically, I'll put a short little video together showing the pictures of how I made these things. But yeah, got him and him from this car boot sale. So that was that. And so we move on to the next thing. So I ordered some eBay items at the beginning of the month. So on Tuesday the 13th of January, they arrived. One Step Stinger. Yes. Lovely little toy. The worth buying for the car mode alone, because Pagani Huayra, Italian supercar, is to die for. Just look at it. Whoa. Could probably do a few more paint apps in car mode, but apart from that, it's glorious. Absolutely lovely. But, you know, you've seen my review on it. And, yeah. Then he forms a robot. Lots of lovely moulded detail. He's got some little arms that flip up, but that's a one-step change. What do you expect? Yeah, so this guy arrived. And then from the same seller, this guy arrived. Deluxe Dinobot Snarl. Oh, I'm loving this guy. I've got the Power Attackers version, but now I've got the Deluxe. Ah, he's now my second favourite Age of Extinction Dinobot behind Scorn. This guy is amazing. I like him. He's awesome. Love the colours. Love the, you know, the see-through plastic. He's great. And I'm not so bothered about the people are complaining about his arms and his hands not working properly, but I'm not too bothered about that. He's just a good-looking Cyber Stegosaurus. That's good enough for me. So yeah, moving along. On the same day these arrived, because the week before I decided, well, I'd actually been on Kapow Toys the previous week, and I'd seen that Swerve and Cosmos had been reduced in price from $29.99 to $25.99. Now, I wanted to get these, but they seem to be out of stock everywhere. And Swerve's getting... oh, itchy here. Swerve's getting reissued with, is it Tailgate in a 2-pack? So I thought, alright, I'll get these guys. So I ordered them, and they arrived. And there we go. And they arrived on the same day as Snarl and Stinger, which was Tuesday the 13th of January. So there we go. Gotta have these guys. I mean, who doesn't want these guys? I mean, Swerve, I've not read the IDW comic that this guy stars in, but I'm going to have to get it to see what all the fuss is about, if nothing else. But he's a great little figure. And obviously they come with these triple changing target master type things. Now, every bot in my collection gets a number. When I list every bot and it gets a bot number. But these guys, target masters or, you know, sort of partner bots, don't get them. I don't give them numbers. Like this guy hasn't got a bot number. Well, you know, thingy or payload hasn't got a bot number. And I'm sort of umming and ahhing about this at the moment. Shall I give them bot numbers or not? Minicon partners, yes, they get a bot number. But you know, Target Masters or Headmasters. If I had any Headmasters, it'd be the same with them. And also, you know, third-party armour sets that, you know, you add them to a bot and it makes a bigger bot. I don't count those either. Something to think about. So if someone can give me some guidance on, you know, whether to include them on my number listing, my numeral listing for bot products that I've got, then yeah. But anyway, Swerve. And yes, I believe in Cosmos. You got to say it. He's great. Been playing with this guy a little bit and he's fantastic. I've also found that when you put him into his flying saucer mode, he makes a brilliant frisbee. You try throwing him, giving him a little spin and throw him. Beautiful flat trajectory. He flies beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I'm so tempted to take mine up to Auto Assembly and see if we can have a game of frisbee with Cosmos. But he's great. He's wonderful. Yeah, so those guys arrived. How are we doing? Ooh, 15 minutes already. Right. We're not even halfway through this list yet. Yeah. So then I went eBaying because Armada Megs needs some Minicons. Needs some accessories. So then the next things to arrive, and they all arrive on the same day, fortunately. Wednesday the 14th, some eBay arrivals. Got Leader 1, who, there he goes. Got Leader 1, who I bought specifically for Megatron, because he's Megatron's partner. And then I thought, why not? Let's kit him out with the Star Sabre. And I bought these. Sonar, Jetstorm and Runway, who form the Star Sabre. So, Armada Megs. That always falls apart when I put that in there. And there we go. Armada Megs is tooled up. He's got his Minicon partner on his arm as a gun, and then he's got the Star Sabre. And another thing I bought, even though it didn't arrive at the same time, it's not a bot, so I'm not really counting on this. I got him a missile as well, which put in his gun. There you go. So, and I have him stored, you know, on one of my Decepticon shelves, which is above my head. I have him in a heroic pose, you know, brandishing his weapons. First candidate for my top Transformers, you know, TF15 of 2015. This guy, and there goes the Star Sabre again. It always falls apart. Right. So, next thing. Now, this is very important. If you look back on my videos, you'll see I put up that robots for sale video of a list of bots that's been sold by a guy called Tom Owen. Now, he's a collector of old. He's basically decided to sell his collection because he's just moved house. He says he hasn't got the room to display them, and he's lost interest in Transformers and he wants to get rid of them. I bought an item off eBay from him last year, and then he said to me, oh, I've got a list of other bots that I want to sell, you know, would you like to see them? And I said, yeah. But he didn't get back to me with the list until beginning of this month. So he gave me this big long list, and I went down it and I thought, ooh, I want that, want that, want that, want that, want that, and eventually come up with a list of about 15 bots that I bought off this list. The list you've seen posted on my channel, obviously I took all the bots off it that I bought. And I've got this deal going with him whereby every week for the next, well, every week for 7 weeks, he's going to, because he works in the same town where I live, after work on a particular day of the week, he comes around to my house, brings 2 bots that I've bought from him. I give him the cash, he gives me the bots, and we're both happy. So this little arrangement started on Monday the 19th of January, and I got the first 2 bots from him. G1 reissue tracks. Now, he's in there, all the accessories. The only thing that isn't with him was the instructions manual. But as you can see, he's absolutely mint. Obviously, he took 2 of the missiles off the sprue to put in the weapons, have them displayed on the shelf. I had to put some stickers on this guy, but apart from that, he's absolutely mint. 20 quid. Right. And then to round that particular sale up to 25 quid, I got Animated Lockdown. Now I wanted a version of Lockdown. Everybody's going on about him, and I thought I'd get this one because it was at a stupid price, 5 quid for an Animated Lockdown with all his bits. Brilliant. And this thing, it starts off as a deluxe car, and you transform him into robot mode. Look at the size of him. He's as tall as Armada Megs. Well, to his head anyway. This thing's like, and he's an ultra. This guy transforms into an ultra scale bot from a deluxe size car. What's going on? Surprisingly sophisticated transformation. He's got a lot of joints. I'm really liking him. I want to get the Revenge of the Fallen version of this now. So yeah, well happy with him. So that was the first 2 bots I got from Mr. Tom Owen. More on that later. So, moving on. Tuesday the 22nd. This arrived. One Step Drift. Helicopter version. Now obviously you've seen the video I did of this. Absolutely love this thing. Oh, I've got to put his arms. Peg his arms in. There we go. And he forms a helicopter, and then he's a robot. Brilliant. Love the thing. Amazing moulding. Little bit of articulation, decent articulation. His arms move, quite freely. Flat head sculpt, but detailed nonetheless. Spinning rotors. What more can you say about it? Amazing thing. Absolutely love this thing. Incredible. Okay, so what do we? So that was Tuesday the 22nd. On Thursday the 22nd. Sorry, I got that wrong. Thursday the 22nd. On Friday the 23rd, I went on my first monthly Coventry toy hunt. So I've decided once a month, usually in the sort of like the third or fourth Friday every month, or around about the 20th of every month, the Friday that's around about the 20th, I'm going to go over on Friday afternoon. I'm going to go over to Coventry, visit Smith's Toys and Toys R Us, and I'm aim to buy at least 1 bot at each shop on each trip. So I'm probably going to guaranteed to get at least 2 bots per trip. And so, first of all, I went to Smith's, and they had virtually the entire range of Combiner Wars and RID on the shelf. So I bought Bombshell, and he is quite a good little bot. He's great. The insect legs are a bit kibbly, and why has he got these black bits sticking out of his kneecaps, and they also stick out the back of his bug mode? And if he doesn't form into a weapon to be held by one of the combiners, what's the point of them? Because they're 5mm pegs. But yeah, he's great. He makes me want to get Scrapnel, and I was looking for Scrapnel at Toys R Us, but he wasn't on the shelf. Anyway, got this guy from Smith's. Then at Toys R Us, I had a bit of a mare, because my Toys R Us, the one at Coventry at the Crosspoint Retail Park near Junction 2 of the M6, to be honest, now that the furore of Age of Extinction has died down, they used to have a massive great Age of Extinction display with all the bots that they'd got from the waves that they got in, which was about the first wave. They didn't get any more waves in than the first wave. Anyway, they've moved them all to the back of the store with a couple of shelves, and that's it. That's all the Transformers they've got. And I was looking for Scrapnel, couldn't find him. And yet I've been in there before, previous months, and there was loads. He was shelf warming Scrapnel. Now he's nowhere to be seen. So there was lots of other things to look at, which I didn't really fancy. And I was going to get Beast Hunters Voyager class Predator King for 14, was it 14.99 or 16.99? I was taking him to the front counter and I had him in hand. And I was looking at him. I was looking at the picture, the art of the character on the side of the box, and I was looking at the actual character inside the box, and I'm thinking it hasn't got, it's so lacking in paint apps, especially around his head and chest. And I was thinking, well, do I really want this one? Is this the Predaking that I want? The Predaking that I want is the big massive leader class one, not this Voyager class. So I was umming and ahhing, and then I thought, sod it. No, I took it back, and then I was looking at the Beast Hunters Cyberverse Commanders figures, and I picked two off the peg. One was Trail Cutter, and the other was HardShell. And I was looking at them and saying, which one shall I go for? Which one shall I go for? And it all came down to one factor. I haven't got enough Decepticons, so Trail Cutter went back. And I got HardShell. Now, basically, this guy, to me, is a booby prize. I didn't get any bots that I really wanted. I just bought this thing because it was cheap and it was a Decepticon. And that was the only reason I bought it. I've got absolutely no affinity with this figure at all. He doesn't do anything for me. I've not seen Transformers Prime Seasons 1 and 2. I've seen Season 3, but not Seasons 1 or 2. So I've got no affinity with this character whatsoever. He doesn't do anything for me. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he does or what he did. I don't know what he's like. Doesn't do anything for me. You know, piece of junk. But he's got quite... it's a fairly... He didn't enjoy that doing to him, did he? He's got reasonably involved transformation, quite detailed. Yeah, he's got a lot of articulation going on. Decent kind of bot. A lot of other people have got him in their collections and they like him. So yeah, I've got one as well. But like I said, doesn't do anything for me. Oh well, c'est la vie. So that was that. That was the my first toy hunt, Coventry toy hunt, done and dusted. So then we move on. Monday the 26th of January, the second delivery by Mr. Tom Owen. Now this was a good one. Reissue Prowl, G1 reissue Prowl. And there he is in all his glory. So yeah, another boxed G1 character for 20 quid. And I thought, well, let's I bought one Prowl, let's buy another one. So I got Classics Prowl as well for a £5. Quite a fiddly little transformation on this thing. I had a bit of a mare to get it into car mode, especially these side panels, which are basically painted up clear plastic. Oh, his guns just fell out, by the way. There it is, it stows underneath. But yeah, he's a good bot. Just you know, transformation's a bit finicky, but yeah, and it's sort of looks like, whereas G1 Prowl's a Nissan or a Datsun 240 260Z. This guy looks like either looks like a 350Z, Nissan 350Z, sort of. Well, it's not official, but yeah. So yeah, bought him. He's cool. And then, because I put that video on YouTube advertising the other bots he'd got for sale, of which only one person has actually asked to, you know, has sent me a request for bots to buy. So what, come on, the rest of you, buy some stuff off him, won't you? That list isn't going to be up there forever. I says, when I've finished buying these bots off Tom, I'm taking it down. So if you want to buy some bots, I admit there's not a lot on that list left that's particularly special, but come on. A mint boxed G1 Optimus Prime for 50 quid. A mint boxed Power Master Prime for 60 quid. That sounds like a lot of money, but I think his prices are quite reasonable. So have another look at the list, and, you know, if you want to buy something off it, then get in touch. But anyway, because I'd done him a favour and, you know, was basically advertising the stuff on YouTube for him, he bought some bottles of beer and said, yeah, you can have these as a gift for, you know, doing me a favour. And I said, well, I don't drink beer because I just don't drink beer. I'm a cider man, I don't do beer. So then I was talking to him about his Classics Ultra Magnus. And I've already got Classics Ultra Magnus, as you can see here. So I was talking to him about it, and he said, well, I mainly wanted to know, does he have his accessories? Does he have the gun and that you know, shield thing that goes on top of his cab mode? This one, obviously, his accessories are missing. Does he have his accessories? So he checked, and he said, yeah, he's got him. So then he says, I'll tell you what, you can have it for free. It's a freebie. So he gave me this. And just to prove a point, I've now got 2 Classics Magnuses. And he gave me this one for nothing, and he's got that, and he's got his gun. So he's got everything. He's got all his accessories. He's complete. And it cost me nothing. Go figure. This one I picked up at Car Boot, which has got all its bits missing, £5. This one, freebie. Wow, what can you say? Have it. Fucking have it. So yeah, got that for nothing. Now that I've got 2 Classics Magnuses, I need to do something with one of them. Do I sell it? Do I keep it? What do I do? I mean, I can have them in, you know, in both modes, side by side. I can have one in robot mode, one in truck mode, or I can go one better. Because I saw an item on eBay that week, and I followed it. It was at a very cheap price, starting bid of £49.99, and I had to do a bit of research. Is it original one? Is it a knockoff? I wasn't quite sure, but then I thought, well, yeah, it is an original one. You can tell by the box. You can. Anyway, cut a long story short, I won the auction. City Commander! Yes, I've got me a City Commander. And it's a proper one. Now, this is unused stock. Somebody had it. They didn't open it fully, as you'll see when I go into it. They sort of opened it and showed the contents of the box for the sake of the auction. But yeah, it's... let's get into it. There it is. And you can see the tapes are still sealed on the packet. It's never been opened. And instructions and the stickers are all in plastic also. Now, the knockoffs, of which there are many, you can pick the knockoffs up for like 25-30 quid. But I saw somebody review a knockoff one, and the bits that clip into his shoulders, you know, the shoulder pads, they just don't clip in properly. They fall off, and you know, it just doesn't fit together properly. And the whole point of this armour set is it clips onto the original toy and it holds fast and remains solid. But the knockoff ones don't do that. So I wanted me an original one. You go on. This is no ordinary Hound. This is the premium repaint that came in the Autobots United 5-pack. If you don't believe me, look at the camo painted on his truck mode. And this is olive green. This isn't that really bright malachite green that the other one comes in. It's got loads of extra paint apps on him. And he's absolutely loaded with weapons. He didn't come with instructions, unfortunately, because Animatropolis, the guy I bought my Scrapyard Prime from, same guy, £34.19 including postage. Not bad, and it's a limited edition one. I've been playing with him, and his transformation's quite straightforward. Actually, I think it's very simple considering he's a newish toy, and you can't really fathom out how he transforms until you do this. Ah, so that's where the truck cab goes. It's in his chest. But yeah, so his transformation's quite basic. It's basically just, you know, the arms and the legs, and then the head flips underneath, and you know, the arms form the top of the truck, the legs form the bottom of the truck, and yeah, he's great. Really like him. Voyager Hound. The only thing about him, let's get rid of that, his proportions are a bit wrong. It's like his torso should be that way round. Should have the fat bit at the bottom and the thin bit at the top. Because in the film, he's a fat bastard. He's got a big belly. But Dr. Wu are doing an add-on pack with like a vest thing that clips round, and it gives him his bulbous belly. And I'm really tempted to get one of those, but it's about 25 quid. So I'm a bit and ahhing about shelling out that amount of money for an accessory that's just going to make this guy look better. Is it worth it? We'll have to wait and see until I've got some spare cash. But anyway, yeah, Voyager Hound. Very cool. So yeah, that was the last bot I picked up this month. There is another eBay item that's on the way. Hasn't quite arrived yet. Might arrive tomorrow, because tomorrow is the last day of the month, but as I'm going to be away at Bury, if it arrives, it'll have to, you know, go over onto next month's thing. So yeah, that's it. Next month, the first week of February is going to be mad. Not only are you getting 2 more bots from Tom Owen, but I'm going to 2 toy fairs. I'm going to the Rugby Evening Toy Fair at the Ben Hall on, I haven't marked it up, on Tuesday the 3rd of February, and then on Sunday the 8th of February there's another NEC Toy Fair. So I'll be taking 50 quid to Rugby and 100 quid to NEC, and hopefully I'll be able to pick up a few more big bots. There was some bots I saw at NEC last time that I didn't buy, like a Cybertron Leader Class Optimus Prime and a Cybertron Leader Class Megatron that I passed over. There was also an Armada Megatron as well that I saw that I passed over, and have since come to regret it, but there we go. So I'll be doing those. And yeah, so next month, every week, I'll be picking up a couple more bots from Tom Owen. So you've seen the quality of the stuff I've bought from him so far. He's still got the boxed Inferno and the boxed Skywarp, so get in there, I would. Yeah, so that's that. I ain't really got much more to say about this. I hope you've enjoyed what I've got to show. I'm going to do a little montage of detailed pictures of the things at the end of this video. So yeah, this has been my first monthly bot haul of 2015 for January. I'm TFR Wilderness, and I bid you adieu.